Hi everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me again today. The subject today, we're going to talk about taste on the raw vegan lifestyle. I was sitting around a little while ago and I was thinking about this video. I've actually been thinking about it for a while. Or actually the idea's been in my head, not even necessarily a video, but just the concept of, I remember, I don't know how many of you can relate to this, maybe you're not there yet or maybe you finally look back on it, but when your taste buds started changing, when your taste buds started cleaning out from the sad diet that you'd probably been living on your whole life, and you start getting these little surprises. For instance, I remember one of my first ones was celery. Celery was always something that you had on the side of the plate of wings and blue cheese dressing. Or, like I said, I've eaten vegetables, but celery was always just like, to me, just this neutral thing that wasn't even there for flavor or taste or anything. It was just kind of something to be added, thrown in, whatever. But I remember after being clean for about a year and eating celery and just one day going, wow, this is the saltiest thing in the world. This tastes great. It opens up flavors. And all of a sudden, I started eating other things and just realizing like, wow, I'm chewing on a carrot. Or I'm eating a piece of lettuce and actually, kind of actually enjoying it. Now, obviously, even years ago, a piece of lettuce wouldn't have repulsed me or it wouldn't have been unpleasant to eat, but it would have been kind of like eating a piece of paper. It would have offered me no pleasure, no taste, but I actually could, I could actually taste it. I've heard people talk about tasting lettuce and I thought they were batshit crazy, but now I kind of understand that. So as I got cleaner and cleaner, my taste changed a lot, and I when my taste started changing, this has been a journey, and it's also been a journey in my kitchen too, because I remember back in the beginning, I didn't know anything about anything. Now, I was a decent cook back in the day. I could always take care of myself, not one of those guys that was I can cook my own food, wash my own laundry, and clean my own house, thank you. But, so I've always known my way decent around the kitchen, but putting things together in this raw vegan lifestyle, that was new to me at first. And there were many times where I would go into the kitchen and I would start playing and put ingredients together, and it wouldn't come out good. Now, even back then, I was starting to get this little bit of consciousness on it. There were some things where I ended up just not eating. Most things weren't that bad, but they weren't pleasant to eat. As I got better at putting ingredients together and putting foods together when I was preparing something, and it could be because I got better in the kitchen. It could also be because of more cleaning out my palate, cleaning out my body, and just being attracted to taste that are clean and that are natural. I just kind of started noticing I'd gotten to this point where I enjoy a good meal, I enjoy good tasteful fruit, but the taste is just not the priority for me anymore. I mean, if I let's say sometimes I'll make a nice big salad, and every once in a while, I don't, I wouldn't call it a fail on the dressing, but I try something and it just didn't really work out like I wanted, so it's not great. Well, I still eat that salad with that dressing, because it's not bad. Now, yes, I probably wouldn't sit there and just shovel something in my mouth that was horrid, but so let's say this is more a neutral taste. It's not really doing that much for you as far as like, that's good. But in my head, I know what it's doing for me inside my body. It's like a lot of times when I eat, I really kind of get this vision, or I'm visualizing, what this food is doing to my body. Every once in a while when I'm sitting around in the evenings with nothing else to do, I do the opposite, and I try to visualize what some of the stuff I ate in the past was doing to my body. Let's just say it's a much nicer vision now. But yeah, there's times, or maybe a smoothie, or that I make, and it's not great. It's not great. It's just basically, it would be like just very bland. But I enjoy this smoothie, or I enjoy this food because I know what it's full of. Like, especially if I'm putting something with greens in there, if I've got some serious greens in there, I just, I don't care. I'm just like, it's like I'm eating it, but a different taste, some sort of a weird mental taste is kicking in, just like I'm really enjoying it just as much as a tasteful thing, because I know how powerful this is. I know how healthy this is. I know how cleansing this is, what I'm eating. So yeah, you can get to that point. All these cravings, all these things that you're dealing with day to day, I've done countless videos. I don't know what to tell you. There's going to be some pain. I'll go back to heroin again. It's like detoxing from a drug. I know we talk about transitions and I know we talk about steps, but at some point you got to fall. You got to free fall. You got to give in, and you've just got to do it, because you're just never going to. Oh, sorry, thought somebody was at my door. But you get what I'm talking about. But with the taste, you can really just, you get to a point where your mind will trick you. Not even trick you, it's just that your mind, there's different parts of your body responding. You know the good that you're getting, so the taste becomes less important. Now, don't get me wrong, some things are actually really good. I'm not saying that I'm just eating a bunch of stuff that's good for me and I'm not getting any taste out of it. I get surprised every day. I think I've mentioned in the videos that only recently have I started doing a lot of green smoothies. And the reason I don't is because I always was a little complicated before when I first got into this. You're looking at all the recipes and I'm seeing, green smoothie recipes with 6 or 8 ingredients. And number one, who's got time to do all that? And number two, I've found out, and I believe that we don't need to really be cramming all these ingredients together at one time. We don't need an 8-ingredient smoothie. If you've got an 8-ingredient smoothie, read a little bit more, educate. I just don't think you need that many ingredients at one time. But recently I've been just killing banana and spinach, banana and kale. Nothing else, just water, banana, and kale, water, banana, and spinach. And I think the reason that I held off on the green smoothies was I was always thinking about, okay, well, I don't have dates. I got to have something to throw in there. I just thought this was not going to be a very good taste. I didn't think it would be appetizing at all. What I find out is I actually enjoy them. I'm not drinking these things down going, okay, it's good for me, it's good for me. I enjoy them. So that just makes it a little bit more, because if I do enjoy the taste, I'll drink more of them down. Like today, I've already had, I've had 2 big ones. I've had probably about 64, more than 64, because there's a little bit of spill in each one or leftover. I've had about 64 ounces of green smoothie today, which would be the equivalent of 10 bananas and did I use this more? No, I used my spinach, and I don't know exactly how much to tell you spinach, but a good big double handful of spinach in each one. And like I say, I love those. I love the ones with kale in them. But your taste will change. Until your taste change, you could trick your mind by telling yourself that, as even things that I probably find tasty where I'm at now, you may not find tasty. But maybe you can trick your mind into what I'm talking about, like this is good for you. It's going to be hard. I'm not saying you probably won't take to the lifestyle or enjoy it or be long term if you try to just constantly eat things, drink things that you really don't like. But there's going to be some things that'll be kind of marginal. You're kind of like, I don't really care for it. It's okay. But some of those things you will learn to enjoy. You'll learn to enjoy them because your taste will change. You'll learn to enjoy them because you'll become more educated on your body and on what this living food does for your body. Anyhow, just wanted to throw that out at you today. Thanks for joining me. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Hope you'll subscribe to the channel. Give me a share from time to time, and love you guys. Peace.